GolfCartingTV is your inside source for the coolest upgrades, mods, and accessories to take your trusty golf cart from drab to fab.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Matt with Converted Carts, and this is GolfCartingTV. Thanks for coming back today. Today's episode, we are looking at a totally custom Evolution D5 Ranger, and what you're going to see is totally going to knock your socks off. This thing is 1000% custom from the top to the bottom, and you're going to be so impressed. So let's jump in and take a look at that. Hey, so we're here with Sloan at BA Carts, and we are looking at a totally custom Evolution D5. Sloan will tell us a little bit more about what we're looking at, but this is pretty slick. We'll link to, he's got his own video with some details, but we wanted to catch the train too and show this thing off. So tell us a little bit about what we got here.
So this was 2023's trade show build, where we just, no budget. We just try to think of every idea we can for a golf cart. And we had not built a cool custom D5 yet. So that's what this is. And we threw every idea we had at it. So we actually lowered it. This is a Ranger. It's the non-listed one. We actually lowered it 2 inches. So it's even lower to make the stance even look cooler. And then the first thing you can see pop out is the 14-inch MODZ rims, Carnage rims with the 23-inch X comps. Best rims and tires in the business. They ride amazing. And then as you can see, it's all really bright and red. Our local painter that paints all our golf cart bodies, he did a candy red paint, which just looks awesome. Red's my favorite color, so we had never done a cool trade show build all in red yet, so that was what we did here. We did a tinted windshield, and then we can get into actually some of the fun stuff. So what this was a 1,000-watt sound system, and we use some of the pieces and parts of our sound systems we make for D5s. So we make a premier system called the D5 600, and this has our stealth sub in it. The grill is a little different than what we sell now, but that is our stealth sub that bolts right to the frame. Anybody with a couple tools could mount that down. And then it has our power plate as well. And that's our heavy duty power plate. We do make these where it plugs right into the factory voltage reducer, but this one actually runs on its own Reliance voltage reducer, which you can buy Reliance voltage reducers at convertedcarts.com. And I think, yeah, that runs on here, and the reducer is actually below the sub. So yeah, 1,000-watt amp. And then we have Hertz HMX marine speakers here with RGB LEDs and in the front. And then we did 8-inch tower speakers Hertz as well on the front or in the back, replacing the sound bar where the sound bar is typically at. And then while we're up here, you can see there's a roof rack. We are getting ready to release those sometime here in 2024. It's just been a whirlwind of a year, so we haven't gotten to finish the design yet. And then we'll actually have holes where you can just mount your own lights and things. So the roof rack has rear LED light bars, and it also has a front LED light bar as well. And then we did Lazy Life cushion covers on there. We did the honeycomb stitching pattern, and then we also did the Decomat floor mats. And the XK Glow system on this, the LEDs, is actually their alpha kit. And if you watch a video that Matt's going to link in there when we built this cart, what it is all addressable LEDs. So there's like 40 LED strips in here, and there's 2 zones per LED strip. So there's like 80 zones. Wow. And you can make them all addressable, meaning they can, like, you can do circles with them or make them do the Knight Rider thing. You can do that literally underneath, on the top of the roof. The video, I showed off in my video, all the crazy settings you can do with the lights. So, but the funniest story in the world, this literally just happened 3 days ago. We had a really older couple come in here to buy a golf cart from near Toledo, and they were looking at these carts and stuff, telling us their budget was, $9-10 grand, whatever. And then they saw this, and they were like, "Holy cow, it's a really expensive golf cart." And she sat on the cart, and Nick started playing the sound system. Obviously there's some jokes you can make with the sub being under your butt here. Yeah. And she literally looked at her husband with a face that I'm not going to mimic. And she told him very seductively, we're buying this golf cart. And they literally went through and they were going to buy it. They even left, like they paid for it. They bought it because she looked like Nick said he had to turn his face because he wasn't going to watch an old woman have too much fun in this golf cart, because she was like so excited about it. And they ended up calling and saying, maybe we don't need to go that crazy. Maybe we need to get a cart that's a little less crazy. But that literally just happened this weekend. So, but yeah, you know, again, kind of like I was saying in our other videos we made too, Matt, you know, is yes, really cool, awesome, looks wild, looks like it's over the top. But one thing that we like to do and really hammer home is that the stuff works. You will own this cart and you can use it all. You know, yes, things happen and electronics stop working, but as far as wiring goes, how the stuff's mounted, how all the custom work, there's a lot of variables there when you're doing a lot of custom things. And things like the power plate, you know, that just keeps stuff really simple. You don't see any rat's nest. Hell, you don't even see any wires, because we try to keep things being as absolute clean as possible. You got a fuse panel that comes on the power plate. Every single thing's fused on the system, on the cart, the sound system, LED lights, LED light bars, and all that stuff. Technically, Rangers don't come with brush guards. We just took a Maverick brush guard, the lifted model, and bolted it right to it. And then one thing we did, which I'm really happy we did, is Jeff, our painter, we did all the plastic parts that aren't the body. We did that in the same red, but it's actually just matte clear coat. And it made the color that, it's still close, but it's, you know, it's still the same red. Yep. But the clear coat changed the color that much. And then we painted the trunk as well. So just like every other trade shows, we always do boat shows. That's all the trade shows I do, is boat shows when I go to sell carts. And we're like 3 years in a row where the loudest sound system at every show is not a boat, it's a golf cart. So that's what we did with this, because
that's now the goal.
Yes, yes, every time. So you don't want to be sitting here with these tower speakers right behind you when they're playing a full volume, because you won't be able to hear anymore. But yeah, that's what we had a lot of fun with her, and we're a big fan of the 4 forward facing. This is the first crazy custom cart we ever built that was the 4 forward facing, and I like the stance of them. They look really mean. They look more like sports car-esque, where the stance of them, it's wide, it's low, and it's just everybody's facing forwards. And
especially when you put wide rims on it and lower it a little bit, it makes it even look even more cool.
Correct. So, but yeah, this is called Inferno, what we call it. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
And still for sale as of this recording.
Yes, the people pulled out, so it is for sale.
Or you can always build one specifically for anybody.
Yes, I'll be honest.
They like blue instead of red.
Correct. I'll be a bad salesman and tell you that most of the time we build really cool carts, which if you know anything about our business on the internet, we build some crazy stuff for people. A lot of the time, you know, that is what happens. John from so-and-so from somewhere will say, I want that exact cart and I'm okay with that price, but I want to change this and this and this and this. And then we go, we're just going to build you another cart then. We're not going to piece and part this thing out, you know? Right. So yes, that's what happens a lot. That's actually the really cool snowstorm cart we built for the customer in Key West. He wanted our Grand Touring cart that you did a video on, but he wanted lithium, and that's gas, and he wanted to change this and this and this, and I said, let's just build you a cart if that's for you. So that's kind of, yeah. So if you want this pink, blue, orange, I don't care, we can build it for you. So
very cool.
Yep. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Sloan, for taking the time.
Thank you.
Were you blown away by that or what? That thing was insane. Anyway, hope you loved it. I put some links in the description for some of the stuff that's there. Another video you can watch from Sloan himself that he did all the details on that cart. So check that out. Be sure to come back next Wednesday at noon. We have a new episode drop. Like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. And we will see you back here next week, Wednesday at noon.